In my previous video I talked about Pizza Tower, and in that video I neglected to talk about a very important aspect, and that is the story. Sure, I may have delved deeply into the subtle minutiae of the political undertones of this game, but I failed to touch on the broad strokes of the story. Now I am here to rectify that, and I must also apologize to those people, for I'm sure you guys were hoping for my insightful and witty commentary, so I'm sorry. And now, having picked through this game's story with a fine-tooth comb, I have come to a shocking conclusion, that Peppino spaghetti is missing. What do I mean by this? Well, just look at this footage. I mean, that looks like Peppino spaghetti, and you would be right, a Peppino spaghetti, not the Pino spaghetti. Before we talk about where the real Peppino is gone, we need to figure out who this imposter is. If you have played far enough through this game, you will have fought a boss fight against a fake Peppino. Pizza Face has clearly been cloning Peppinos for some unknown reason, based on the background of the level War. Well, I believe that reason is to make the perfect Peppino, and the perfect Peppino is the one you play as. The original Peppino was kidnapped by Pizza Face so he could be cloned. So you see, the original was a masterful pizza maker, but he was not a masterful man. He was a loose cannon and didn't play by the rules. Now, how do I know this? Well, look at this picture. This is clear-cut proof, but how did he make it out of the Pizza Tower? So, he who shall not be named and his pet rat, who also shall not be named, were best buds, partners in crime, the best protagonist and deuteronomist duo there was, and they went in to rescue him. During their initial adventure through the tower, they came across the perfect Peppino. They knew he wasn't their original Peppino, but even they were starting to get fed up with the original's wild nature, so they broke the fake one out instead. Pizza Face, obviously pissed that the perfect Peppino was stolen away, he resorted to extreme measures, hoping to bring them back to the tower and dispose of Gustavo and Brick and get the perfect life form back. Now, that's a lot to take in, but we have one last mystery to solve. Where is the real Peppino? Well, let's go back to that boss fight with the fake Peppino. What if I told you that the boss you fight is the real Peppino? Now, I can hear your eyes rolling from here, but hear me out. Earlier, I showed this photo. In case you couldn't tell, I photoshopped it for dramatic effect, but now it's time to reveal it to the masses. Yes, and this isn't even all the evidence I have. I have even more photos to share, and these will blow your mind. This is clear-cut evidence of the true Peppino in places such as, but not limited to, Disneyland, the Statue of Liberty, and the pyramids. Despite my hours of research, I was unable to find any documented cases of the other Peppino in any of these locations. This, very obviously, leads me to believe that the so-called fake Peppino was actually the real one the whole time. This is clear, undeniable proof, so I would love if you would share this revelation with your Pizza Tower loving friends and associates. Hell, even the people who know nothing about whatever I just talked about should know about this. So shout it to the heavens by liking and subscribing.